Hey, this is Dr. Bob Flower. This is your Friday, July 15th Master Pattern Report. Okay, so let's see what happened last week. Silver made a corrective move, somewhat over 1%, right on our call date. And we, as well as the Nasdaq, which occurred on the 13th. Now, don't be surprised if silver corrects down to as low as well. We're looking at two correction levels here: $17.90, and then $17.09 if that doesn't hold. I'm anticipating that it will hit. It very well may within the next 6 weeks drop to that 1790 level, bounce, and then perhaps even a greater drop down to 1709, and then onward and upward sometime around the beginning of September. We believe between now and the beginning of September, we believe those corrections, or at least one of them, will occur, and then in September we're expecting to see a good size run up with the metals. Okay, it appears that the markets, the equity markets, are rallying and will rally for the balance of the summer. I think that you're looking at a good July and August, with a major correction occurring in September, and perhaps even that may last. And September is right around the corner, so you want to try and ride this out and make some upside money here. But just be cautious, because, as I said, we're definitely looking at a correction here. Don't forget, last month we called for May. It didn't occur, but it did occur in June, and of course that recovered. This recovery, this up move, will probably bring us to new highs in the equities, but I'm afraid that's going to bring us into significant lows. Some dates to look for with the silver is around the 1st of August, and also with the Nasdaq around the 3rd. All right, now I want to change up the topic here and talk about something that everybody's talking about, and try and discuss a solution, and that is the issue of uniting the country that's been so poorly divided and handled in leadership. And I want to bring to your consciousness a concept that is so simple, but we think is the real possibility for generating a united front with our country and our differences, and that is simply helping each other through developing potential. And here's what I'm talking about. I, being a successful person, even I need help at different times reaching my potential. Maybe not financially, but certainly maybe emotionally or intellectually, and certainly spiritually, right? So there are people out there that don't have the financial power, the physical powers that others have. So, but that they can help those individuals achieving their potential, and those potentials, such as myself, that have received it on another level, financial, for instance, business acumen, can help those who don't have reaching their potential. But two things with this. You have to be willing to make the sacrifice to achieve your potential, And secondly, you have to be willing to integrate both sides. Both sides. In one case, if we're talking about minorities have to do more to integrate into American society and American culture. I'm not saying that they have to dissipate or disavow their own culture. I'm saying that they have to find a way of better integrating into the American society, and hence achieving the American dream. And by the same token, those who have achieved, those who are on a level of the American culture, have to learn to be more acceptive of other cultural features, positive cultural features of minorities, and bring about an integration of that, an acceptance of that, so to speak. And by virtue of helping each other, and make no mistake, let me say one other thing. Make no mistake, there's money to be made here by both sides. Right? Helping others who do not have reach a higher level of potential, let's say, for instance, intellectually and emotionally, can bring about financial success, bring about financial development. Okay, so there are ways of doing this. I'm not saying that we have to do this in an altruistic mindset, although it's also wonderful. But there are practical ways of everybody coming out on top by virtue of helping each other achieve something that they need to achieve. You know, as an example, you know, at my family business, which is real estate and finance, venture capital, developments, investing, we're always looking for things. Somebody comes to us with a project, there's a reward in it for them, as well as an education if they wish to stay involved without any big investment. So, I mean, that's just one small example of what I'm talking about, but it can happen on many different levels. Once we start to integrate with each other and become more accepting of each other's cultures, and create a defined environment that works for both sides, a lot of this hostility and this lack of cohesion and lack of organization and lack of structure will dissipate. We will then have a better society that understands what it's all about, again, on both sides. So it's a very simple concept, but I have learned over the years, through our discovery of the laws of potential, that nothing is impossible, and that there are absolute ways of achieving whatever it is we want to achieve if we have the desire and are willing to make the necessary sacrifices, individual sacrifices it takes to develop one's skills. All right, that's my lecture for today. I'd like to repeat it again to you because I think that there are numerous ways that we can do this. We don't need the government to do this. This is something that can be created as a movement, a YouTube movement, a Twitter movement, or what have you, and come up with a number of different ways of doing this. And then once the program is established, so to speak, the structure is established, then start to take action. That's the other thing. Planning it, organizing it, and then taking action, the functioning part. Okay, listen, hey, have a great weekend. Stay out of the heat. Be good, be cool. Talk to you next week.